For his actual, like his 241, he got after not playing the game for a year. And I think my last run was also a year ago, and it's in January, so it's like the same situation. Yeah, I definitely want to do, I definitely want to do the glitched route at some point. But it was kind of like my ultimate goal back in the day to get a sub 240. And hey Turtlewinds, how's it going? Speaking of DS, I'm planning on doing a 101 sprite run in like 2 weeks from now. So, see how that goes. Oh my god, it's gonna be horrible. I need a drink. I haven't had anything to drink in like 5 hours, so my throat's really dry. But yeah, I did kind of a semi-practice run offline, and I think it was like 32 hours and 16 minutes or something. And that was with pausing the timer to take breaks. Oh shit, I have to do this too. Oh fuck. It's not a great start. I mean, that's exactly what Uber did in his record. So, this will be a repeat of like 2 years ago. And hey Nico, how's it going? So I'm glad I decided to do, I'm glad I decided to do Magical Melody instead of like Back to Nature 98% tonight because I'm really not feeling a long stream. Which, about that too, I bought a PlayStation TV, and that's like a PlayStation Vita that just connects with HDMI. So that's supposed to arrive on Monday, I think, the 14th. So in like 4 or 5 days, I can try to do a Magical Melody. Not a Magical Melody, a Back to Nature run. I think if I do a run, it'll definitely be like no item dupe. I do have to practice item dupe for the marathon, just in case it does actually get accepted. But I really don't want it to. Like, if there was a glitch that let you warp, or yeah, if there was a glitch that let you warp, like straight to 6 AM, or like straight to 5 AM or something, that would be fine. But as of now, you have to wait for 12 minutes until 6 AM. And then you have to do the dupe, which is like 10 minutes of mashing A. I guess I kind of don't... I feel like every time I talk about all these major plans that I have, for like runs and stuff, I always just like don't stream for a month and then never do all these runs. But I've been planning the I've been planning the 101 sprite run for like a month now, so I feel like it's kind of too late to push that back at all. Like, if anything, I'll put it back to like February after the marathon, so I can at least like de-rust and practice some stuff. And yeah, this is a fake gold because I fucked up the house sorting.
Lucky.
Hey Bishop Stars, how's it going? It's definitely gonna be a really short stream. I was going to do like 98% are all photos, but I'm just really not feeling it, so I'm gonna do like one run of this and then... and then like that's it. Alright, so let's see if I can actually remember what I have to till here. I think you want like these here. And then like do like 10 weeds or something. Or just like 10. Alright, but that was actually pretty good luck. I'm fucking dropping frames again. I don't know why. I'm just gonna kind of keep an eye on that and see how bad it gets. It's only at 570 now. But if it gets, like, really bad, I'm just gonna... It's gonna, like, maybe wait until tomorrow to do this. Yeah, I think my internet's just kind of, like, shitting itself, so... I can try lowering the bitrate, but... It's already at, like, 1500. So put the bitrate at 1000 flat, so hopefully that's good enough. And I do need a second flower, I forgot about that. I need one flower to ship and then one flower to store. But yeah, this has been really good luck, so I don't really want to have to reset this run. But if I get a bad swim race, I'm just not gonna continue, even if I could PB. Which, like, I really don't know what a good time would be. I think, like, both of our sum of bests are close to, like, 235. Or, like, around there. But, like, that's the thing. I think if I compare to Uber... Like, I was... Is that 4 minutes ahead? Or, like, 4 minutes behind, I mean? Yeah, I was just under 4 minutes behind of him. Or, like, behind him. Out of winter. But then in the end, I was only a minute behind him. I'm still dropping frames even with 1000 bitrate. I guess it's kind of good that I did this because it's been a while since I've streamed. And I don't think I've streamed here in like a few months. So yeah, I guess it's better doing this. And it's kind of like doing a half asleep magical melody run. I just don't understand why I'm dropping so many frames. Streaming at like 30 FPS, 1000 bitrate. Which I'm sure this would be the run that like would finish. And it'll be like a 238 or something. Because that's exactly what happened with all photos, and it's exactly what happened with 98% in the past. Oh my god. Not the best rock climbing. So yeah, for rock climbing you can get boosted to the right It's not really boosted. Wind can push you to the right or left or up, and anyway, like either direction, it still lags a lot, but getting pushed up is still faster than it's still faster than getting pushed right or left or not pushed at all. Yeah, I watched it. It was the it was like top 5 Harvest Moon games. I think the only thing was that he listed like Back to Nature and Friends of Mineral Town on the same list. But it's not as bad as listing like more Friends of Mineral Town and Friends of Mineral Town on the same list, which I think I've seen people do. Alright, so here we're catching fish because the dolphin, 2.5 hearts with a dolphin lets you go to the island, and that gets the note. And he needs 7 fish and like 7 days of fishing and waving. And you can also cook a mago or rainbow trout for sushi, and that gets a note. I don't want to do that. Yeah, I don't have a Discord link. I probably should have one though, and that is all bases. That's actually really unfortunate. Yeah, no merch link either. There we go. Yeah, exactly. The DS and the Wonderful Life games. I didn't try this new house layout, so that's kind of... It's definitely a note for next run, is have the door... or, definitely have the bed right in front of the door, instead of like a foot away from it. Which I think there's definitely something, like if you put the thing right in front of the door, so you can mash to leave, you don't have to wait for the screen to fully fade out for it to go, or to go through the door, but you do have to wait for it to fade out to sleep. So it's actually faster to do the dog, because you have to do 60 pickups for the dog, for a note. And you have to go to spring of year 2 anyways, so it's slightly faster by like a minute. to leave the house. If you leave the house instantly for spring and summer, and then you do the dog affection and fall and winter, it's like 30 seconds to a minute faster, depending on how many times you have to leave the house. Yeah, Light of Hope was just really interesting. It really pisses me off that they made Light of Hope and then Light of Hope Special Edition, and you can only buy DLC on Special Edition. And then they made Special Edition an extra $10 over regular Light of Hope. So like, $30 for Light of Hope and then $40 for Special Edition, which adds like 2 things, and the ability to buy DLC.
Lucky.
Yeah, you have to earn the right to buy DLC. It's just like, they're 100% trying to milk it for any money they can get out of it. It's like, it's less about... It's like they know people will buy the Harvest Moon game, or like the Harvest Moon games, just for the name. And that's the unfortunate thing, is that like, if Natsume never published Harvest Moon, and they released these games as just some random game, like some random title, they'd get like 10% of the sales. Oh, that would not have been good. But at the same time, it's not like they took the Harvest Moon name to knowingly leech off of it for money. Like, Marvelous got bought out, and then the new Marvelous kicked out Natsume and hired Xseed. So technically, even back with like A New Beginning, that was not a Harvest Moon game by the original devs, because Animal Parade was the last true Harvest Moon game made by like the same original team. Then Marvelous got bought out, they made Harvest Moon A New Beginning, then they pushed out Natsume and hired Xseed to publish Story of Seasons. So then Natsume was like, okay, we have Harvest Moon, let's make what we can and get money out of it. And it's funny how, like, Wada always seems... Like, in any interview where the whole Harvest Moon thing comes up, he always seems really pissed off about it. But he's always like, oh no, this is great, I'm just pushing this on to somebody else. Oh yeah, New Beginning was amazing. But you can definitely tell they weren't experienced with previous Harvest Moon, just from the pacing. The pacing was kind of awful. Yeah, Friends of Mineral Town is good. Yeah, I think pretty much everybody agrees that Friends of Mineral Town is one of the best. Except for the except for the Back to Nature purists, which I kind of feel like I don't mean to offend any Back to Nature only fans, but I feel like most of the toxicity from the Harvest Moon community does come from Back to Nature. That's it, I'm not saying people that play Back to Nature are toxic, but most of the time when there's some random shitter, it's while you're streaming Back to Nature, or it's on one of your Back to Nature videos. Oh, for sure, Friends of Mineral Town. More Friends of Mineral Town. Which I guess more Friends of Mineral Town does add, like... It does add stuff like different cutscenes and different events and stuff. So it's not like a total direct port. And that's same with like Another Wonderful Life and DS Cute. I've heard people say that they're just kind of like secondary, and the devs didn't really put much thought into it. But I feel like they actually put more thought into the female versions, because those like fix the glitches and bugs and most of the issues the original had. Also, I kind of feel like I should skip this because any time loss I'm getting is from eating those things, which is actually faster than buying more eggs. Yeah, like, that's something about DS Cute is they added both female sprites. You could do the Another Wonderful Life or Friends of Mineral Town, or more Friends of Mineral Town sprite. I'm trying to think of what Another Wonderful Life added that was, like, significantly better than the original. I know they added, like, 30 more requirements in Another Wonderful Life for the linking. So, like, if you link your game to Friends of Mineral Town, or more Friends of Mineral Town, depending on the version of A Wonderful Life. You can get the house, like you can get the beach house, and I don't know if the new requirements are, I don't know if you have to do all of the new requirements in Another Wonderful Life, that one, for the beach house and more Friends of Mineral Town. Alright. But there are like 30 more things to do for the linking. So I'm gonna ship about 26 breadfruit here for money during the run, and I'm gonna give 10 to Ellen, and that gets you a note for her for 2.5 hearts, and you can also do a ton of other, oh, she's gonna be outside now, I think. You can also do a ton of other events which give notes. So it actually gives you like 4 or 5 notes to befriend her. And chopping 20 of those will give you a, it'll give you a note. So I think it might be faster to grow more of them. Or like, I think if you go 9, it might be slightly faster. But not by yeah, I think I'll see. If you go a certain amount, then you can skip, you can skip like one of the slower harvests. Like this, I think I could skip doing this if I grew more. But it's not a huge deal. Okay, yes, I think if I grow like 2 more, I could have skipped, or would have saved like 2 minutes or something. Or not 2 minutes, like 2 seconds, or however long it takes to do the slower crop shipping. I think Ellen's her schedule is random for the rain. Or like she's outside, or... Yeah, I think she can either be outside or in here after 7 AM. I'm trying to think if there's any way, like if there's anything that would be faster than buying eggs to eat them. Oh, I should put that away, but that's fine. So they are closed on Thursdays, and Ellen does not exist. So ideally every Thursday would be rain. But if not, it's not a huge deal. Because it's like every rainy Thursday saves, roughly 20 or 30 seconds, I think. So you don't want it to be raining. I guess raining every day would work. For a test, at least. Just have to like know where she's gonna show up. Hit MO. Run's going good. So far I haven't made any major mistakes. The only thing is I forgot to grab a fish on the Egg Festival. But that's like really minor. Yeah, 230 is a bit low, but you never know, I could just have a god run from here on out and have perfect RNG. I feel like there definitely are time saves. Like, the sum of best is a legitimate 235, and doing dog affection, like skipping dog affection on days you don't have to sleep instantly, or days you get a music note where you have to wait. Like, that's something we have to look up. We have to look up, not look up, we have to test, which notes are guaranteed to carry over outside. It's like which ones you can leave the house and then get the note as you're leaving the house, and which ones you cannot do that with. And then if we could do the truffle, skipping the swim festival, like if we could manipulate a truffle, in fall, which you could do, you don't need a pig, you just have to till one of the spots around a orange tree, and you can get a truffle from it, which is basically a free note. So if we could like manipulate that somehow, that would easily save like 5 minutes or something. Or even like, the future of this run might be to, oh, how'd I miss that one? The future of this run might be to YOLO a, just like YOLO the shuffle, just go out on fall 2 or something, and then till everywhere, and then if you don't get it, reset and do another run. The only issue is like, the odds of that happening are so slim, it would just be horrible. But I definitely feel like there's something we could do. Like, there's definitely time saves to be had still. The route definitely is really optimized, but it could be more optimized. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave that to carry over. Yeah, YOLO strats are definitely like... It's good when you actually get them. But actually, like, grinding out a run would just be so dreadful. Okay, I definitely watered that top middle one. I feel like that's definitely a glitch. There has to be like some sort of low chance for it to just not grow. Because it's happened before where it stayed like that for 2 days once. And then it grew. So I feel like there's definitely some sort of, there's like a small chance for it to just not grow. Even if you've watered it, or like the watering won't count because of the quick turning. Yeah, there's never been a glitch in any other Harvest Moon game. They're perfectly programmed. So tomorrow I have to go out and catch... I think it's like 3 more fish that I need. Yeah, I think it should be. Because I put all 4 in there on day 1, and then I had to catch another one. Oh god. Sunday all photos, that would be... That would be a PogChamp. So I have to get the thing out and put this in the bin. Oh no, I have all this. Yeah, I think I'm actually gonna... Fuck, why did I put the watering can away? Alright, this is really slow. I should have just like done this tomorrow or something. But that's fine, they can go a day without watering. I feel like I was skipping the horse race. If I hadn't skipped the horse race day, they would have been ready yesterday, so I would have just shipped them. I would have just shipped them, and then today they would have been not ready. Yeah, I feel like that's reasonable. That's the thing, it's like, all photos runs are consistent now, but I feel like they're more consistent because... I did not mean to do that. We reset for bad luck, so like, if it's 20 days of rain, we're not gonna try to barely make that, and barely make the deadlines. We're just gonna like reset. So it's like runs are more consistent because we're just not taking... Oh, fuck off. That's not good. So that, I think that's the second crawfish I've had. And usually it's like, on a bad run, I get one of them. Yeah, that's one really good thing about Back to Nature, is 98% is not stressful, like at all. There's literally no way to lose the run, and literally worst case scenario, you lose 10 minutes sleeping 1 year.
Lucky.
Yeah, dude. And it's Craigasm for sure. course, this is like the 1 day. Rain would not be useful. So I really don't know how good I'm doing on pace. Like definitely not horrible. I think I need less than 1,000 gold. So like one more harvest, and then I just need, and I just need, Ellen's note. Which I feel like there's definitely, I should definitely be doing the rucksack earlier. Also, I'm definitely fine on money. Let's see how much I'm at when I warp home today. But I think you need like... I think I need like 7,500 at the most. And you get 500 from the mine. So yeah, you put the flour in the bin, so you actually get a note for this. But I'm just... Oh yeah, all the festivals, you can see the thick character model. So yeah, I think I was saying this earlier, but I was originally going to do a Harvest Moon DS or Back to Nature 98% run right now. But I'm like passing out already. Yeah, I think 63, and that's before the breadfruit. So I'm at like 75. I'm definitely fine on money. I mean, casually 3 hours in at the end of spring is a good point. So if Ella needs like... if Ella can go with one more, then that's really good. And if not, then I need like one more day. And then she should be fine.
Hi.
She only needs like 10 breadfruit. I've just been spacing this out a lot. Yeah, I'm at 75. And the mining puts me at 800. I mean like 8,000. So I'm gonna hope she's at like 10 right now. Like today we'll put her at 10.
Hi.
So yeah, I still haven't recovered from the I'm just gonna split, whatever. Wow, she's really definitely save like a good 40 seconds if I don't get horrendous luck at the swim race. Alright though, it's not that bad. Yeah, like, that's the thing, I'm still ages ahead of, I'm still like, this far ahead of Uber. I don't know, it was weird, it was like, I was 6 minutes ahead, then I was 3 minutes behind, and then in like one split I was only a minute behind. So I feel like there's definitely something weird. That is the thing. I feel like I talk about this a lot when I run this game, but I feel like most of the time save and time loss feels like RNG. Or like, you'll be 5 minutes behind, and then you can magically PB. I think in one of my earlier runs, I got a 251 after being 11 minutes behind, out of summer. So like that would have been a record at the time if I was even out of spring, but I could have saved I could have been like saving 2 minutes out of spring. I mean 2 minutes out of summer. But instead I was 11 minutes behind. Yeah, this is the best part. Saving 30 times. Which, funny thing, I'm actually losing a minute here. Because I have a, like, 250, or however many blocks the 200 something memory card is. And if you have the 1019 block card, this is literally a minute faster. And I just haven't ordered one in like 2 years I've been running this. So whenever I actually order one, I'll have a free 2 minute or 1 minute time save, I mean. Which is just like, this is a really bizarre thing to save so much time. Yeah, I'll order it one day. I don't know why I haven't done it already. I think it's because I won't think about it until I've actually started a run, or I'm planning on doing a run. And I'm like, oh, it won't be here by Wednesday, so why would I do a run? Or why would I buy it now? I'll just buy it later. And then a month later, when I'm gonna run again, I'm like, oh shit, I still haven't bought one. I'm gonna be losing a minute. So yeah, basically, it's pretty much RNG if you win this or not. Because you have to hit 4 of these buoys, and they can be randomly placed, and you're randomly placed. Yeah, I know there was something about it saving time for Animal Crossing on loading screens. Or maybe it was saving But, it is possible this saves time for loading, too. So it's actually saving more than a minute. Alright, so now we have RNG. I think I've literally lost, more runs here than any other run, or any other part of a run. But this isn't horrible. If I don't get sucked up in a whirlpool, or taken away by the dolphin, or pushed away by random currents. I think I'm gonna go for yellow next. Oh, fucking hell. So this is where the RNG starts, because... See, Jamie just got pushed over there, so if I can't make it to the blue one, then... Oh my god. This is probably the worst part of the run. Okay, I won. But now we need Jamie to win, and then we need, the doctor to win. And he's getting pushed out of the way now. I don't think I can boost him, but I can give it a try. Oh yeah, he needs the green one. So yeah, that could have been like 30 seconds faster. And it always takes time to load here. So I am saving time, because I think my PB finished like around the 1:30 mark on the in-game timer there. But I think my best finished at like 42 seconds or something. So there's definitely a lot of time save that could have happened. Saving 20 is not bad. I do have to go mining now, and it's not horrible. It's like... It technically is guaranteed where everything is, I just haven't learned where everything is on your first time down. Well no, it's the first floor, so there's like 2 things that are guaranteed. And everything else is still random. So I'll try the small time saver. Oh no. Oh, I didn't get it twice. So you can technically save like half a second if you take out the hammer right as you land on the thing. So I have to get one of each ore, and then one of the, I mean 2 moon ore. One for selling, and one for the festival. I already got junk. So now I need like gold, 1 more moon ore, and a limestone, and then rare ore. But like, that's the thing. I don't think there's anything good here. So like, this floor is guaranteed. But I still want to break 20 things, so I don't get the, so I don't get the, like if I get a moon ore. Oh, there's gold. I'm trying to think, I can't focus right now. You get a note for breaking 20 things, so if I get that note, I can't get whichever ore I just spawned. Okay, but it's out of the way now. So ideally, I'll get everything on this trip, and then I'll pass out and get that note. But the limestone can definitely take a while to get. I guess we could technically, like, take the hoe, but then we would have to do 2 trips. So you would just, like, not take... Oh, there it is. You just, like, skip one, or you would skip the junk ore, because you can get that without any manipulation. And then you just get everything but the, I guess no, I don't think that would be possible because it's only the ore you get on the first floor. It's not the actual stair location. Or like the floor below you. Oh, that's not great. So also unfortunately, moon ore is more common on the higher floors. But then rare ore, you can only get rare ore after floor 10, like floor 10 or below. So yeah, looking like this is gonna be a 2-trip mine. Which I guess if I have to miss anything, I'd rather like miss the I'd rather miss the moon ore. Oh my god, I'm gonna pass out. So I could technically, if this is one of them... No. Well, that's fine, that's how the mine goes. I think my PB was also 2 trips. So that's why it's a 934 versus an 1152. What is kind of like... This is like how the mine goes. You either get good luck, or you get slightly bad luck and have to do it again. No, the only issue now is, the only issue now is that, I'm gonna have, like, no stamina to do this. Okay, so there's that. Hey Vicky Voltron, how's it going? So yeah, now I just need to go down to floor 10 and get a rare ore. Which I like how that always happens. Oh, that was actually really nice. It's like, that's the thing, I just instantly got everything I need. But it still costs a ton of time because I have to go back to the mine and actually get it. The run's not that bad. It could definitely be better. But I could still definitely PB. Because the exact thing I did here happened in my PB. Where I had to do an extra mine.
Lucky.
So this is like the, that was the last real RNG point for the run to die, or to lose time, really. So now I just have to, hold it in to the end and not fall asleep. So I do have a moon ore in my pocket, so I think I'm gonna, like, buy stuff and then sleep. And then I think tomorrow is a festival. Actually, I should probably actually skip this then. Yes, I think I am ahead, but it's gonna look like I'm behind. So I think I should just, like, skip. I think I'll just, like, split here. Or, like, split just for the egg note. And that should be roughly the same with that cutscene as doing this yesterday, and then doing the thing. So I'll just do this for the sake of consistency. Or, like, skip, or not having to skip a split, and then actually still saving time. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Like, still having that split and not having it be super inaccurate. It's so bizarre seeing Harvest Moon games where you're consistently less than a minute ahead or behind. And there's actual, like, decently spaced splits. Instead of like Harvest Moon 64, where you pretty much have to skip half the splits, and then for all photos it's like an hour and a half between every split. Although I think now the only individual season longer than an hour, like that are bests, are longer than an hour, is Spring 1. And I think there my best is like a 120. So Unless we find another spam, that's not gonna really go below 120. Like, you're not gonna save 20 minutes, but it would be cool. Yeah, poor demo. Lost his cows. Pulled an odd Tom. But yeah, the race definitely was really interesting. The only thing though is I feel like spreading
Lucky.
it was just like there's too much people like I don't really know how to explain it, but it's too hectic, I guess, having 3 people at the same time. Like a 2-person race is fine, we've done those in the past. But with 3 people, it's too, like... I guess, yeah, hectic really is a good word for it. So I think I might have, you have to do one more. I do not have my festival list up. So I think about like 11 milk. So I really just need to ship like 3 more and then eat this one. This is fine, you have to eat,
Lucky.
you have to eat 50 things in the run, which is another really long note. So if there's any ones we could skip, it would definitely be, definitely Big Eater, and definitely, Swim Race. Or just the swim festival. So yeah, next one is on the 15th. I do want to wait and see if I can get a day of rain. Oh, there it is. So I have to do a rainy day. And I think I'll take this, but really... Really, you just want to, do the weed note today. This is, interestingly enough, you can actually... If you have water, you can water this, even if it's not, flamed.
Lucky.
So it counts as putting out a fire and getting the fire prevention note. So I think mainly on this day, I'm going to, do the weed note. And then I also have to get the pink flower and pink herb. I think might actually be... No, yeah, it is a pink herb in this. Yeah, the weed note is 100 weeds, and then... I've already got at least like 5 or 6. Oh, not 5 or 6, more than 5 or 6. I've got a few weeds pulled from spring. Probably closer to like 20 from the garbage can. But I also have to do the pink flower and pink herb, and usually the flower is fine, but sometimes I've lost like 20 minutes for having to get it. I'm really bad I decided not to do. Like, I'm really glad I decided not to do a 98% run like I was originally planning. Because my throat is killing me, and it's been like an hour and a half. So this is when the flower gets interesting, because they have like, oh, there it is. So I have actually lost probably close to 20 minutes off of those before. I distinctly remember, I think it might have actually been my first run, which is like 350. Or like, yeah, 3 hours and 50 minutes. I actually missed a note too, I think. So I had to do the backup of, I think back then you befriended Joe. So that's why I did the 10,000 steps. And I think that was, it was at least like 40 minutes of walking into the wall for it. Oh, I do kind of wonder if, I do kind of wonder if you could actually, like, if you kept the pedometer on you for the entire run, how close to 10,000 steps you would be. Because, like, the initial walking, it's worth 2 steps, I think. So you could definitely, like, while you're doing the 100 tilling, just, like, barely inch forward. And then that alone is 200 steps. But it's still nowhere near the 10,000 you need for the note. So yes, it roughly is like 30 minutes of walking. So it's kind of like... How much walking do you do in this? I feel like you definitely do 30 minutes. But part of that is in the first spring. Part of that's in the first spring where you really need all the inventory space.
Lucky.
You have to be very careful. Yeah, that is the rain note. I think one of my old runs that was on world record pace, I think it was a winter, and I left, I used to get the stationary note in winter while waiting for the library. Oh no, while waiting for the snow note in front of the library. So I went to take a break, I came back, I saw that I'd got a note, and I was kind of like trying to mash as fast as possible to get out of the note, or like to get out of the note text, and then walked straight into the, like then that walked into the library and killed the run. Oh, I did not put the... I did not put the... the moon ore into the festival bin. Oh. I'm glad I noticed that, because... like, if you throw something on the ground, and then pause, like, you can't really unpause and pick it up again. Like, it's completely gone at that point. I actually kind of wonder how fast it would be, to like skip. Actually, no, you get 3 notes, you get 3 notes from waiting until Winter 30. So you do the Winter 30 festival, and that's a note, and then that puts you at 5 AM, so you only have to wait for 30 seconds to get the all-night note. And then Spring 1 is also a note, but then you also have notes on like Winter 24 and Winter 19, so it's not worth it to skip those like 4 notes to save 12 days of sleeping. Although I do feel like a miscellaneous category on speedrun.com for like spring only any percent would be interesting. Because that would actually have different strats.
Oh,
Hi. Yeah. Huh? Huh?
But yeah, doing a spring only any percent would actually involve befriending people and maybe doing the 10,000 steps. I guess it wouldn't really be interesting, glitchless. Or no, it would be more interesting glitchless than glitched. But one spring only any percent. Actually no, I'll have to test. I've heard that if you do rescue the goddess in spring, it stays spring forever. So if that's true, that would be really interesting. So that's either an Easter egg or some side effect of beating the game in spring. But I just don't want it to be like too arbitrary. If it's like, oh, rescue the goddess in spring without glitches. It's like glitchless 98%. Technically, the old route, like the 13 to 15 hour route, was glitchless because you did the animal exploit. So glitchless would really be no exploits, which is the same for all photos, where there's like 2 glitches in the game. One of them might even be an Easter egg. So there's really no way, there's no good way to do it. I think that was something else I was talking about. You could technically do the very lucky note, which is getting 1,000 gold from tilling the ground. There is technically a chance of doing that without losing time. Same with the truffle, and same with the mole note. You could technically get 10 moles on a rainy day, or the cloudy day. But the chance of it happening are just so slim. Also, for whatever reason, this festival uses the highest rate of vibration the GameCube controller can do. So if I put this on my desk right now, it would be very loud. It's just like a bizarre point to use this much vibration. So I think I sold those two. Yeah, I sold the flower and the herbs, so now I just have to sleep until the end of summer. And I don't think I'll be losing time. I think I might actually be saving time out of summer. Which I feel like every time I ran this game in the past, I never saved time out of summer. Like, I actually deleted my gold because of how little... Like, I thought it was inaccurate or something, because it was like 22 minutes. And I've never even, like, come close to a 22-minute summertime in my recent memory. No, yeah, I'm losing time going out of summer. I mean, I can still definitely, I can still PB for sure. It's just bizarre how... I feel like I randomly lose time and save time. Because, like, I was 5.5 minutes, like 5 minutes ahead, and now I'm 2.5 behind. So now I need a cloudy day to go out and do stuff. Which I also have to be careful to do the Moon Festival. I think it's on like the 7th or 9th. Which I feel like that's definitely the most, missed festival. Like, if you ever miss a festival, it's always the moon viewing. Because you're thinking more about, like, the future of fall instead of, like, right now and in the next few days. Actually, did not want to have all that stuff out. I'm gonna break the rules here and do a glitch. Like, that's the thing, there's a few petty things like this that could be considered a glitch. But it's like, should cow out of bounds be considered a glitch? That like doesn't even benefit you at all. And then later in winter, oh no, yeah, that's actually really bad, because now you can't brush him. You have to go for the sheep. Yeah, like later in winter, if you till a square, it counts as you tilling a square for the tilled square counter. But it doesn't stay tilled, so you can till it again. So it's kind of hard to tell if that's like, is that a glitch, or is that intended, or is it an exploit? It's like we still use it anyways, because it's like, it's not a traditional glitch, or even an exploit. Like the animal exchange and back to nature, that could be considered an exploit, or a glitch. But then this is just an exploit. Like, it's not even really an exploit, it's like power crouch stabbing in Ocarina of Time. The game was programmed for the crouch stab to use the same power as the last attack you did. Like, it deliberately stores the last attack you did to use, so it's not a glitch, it's how it was programmed. It's kind of the same thing with the tilling. They made it so it'll till, but it won't stay tilled. So it's not really a glitch. So I have to go get the orange herb and the blue mist flower. Which again, it's like the herb is fine, but then the flower can sometimes take like 20 minutes to find. then I'm gonna do the whistling and stationary note if I have enough time. And then if I can do the dolphin, oh, I'm doing the wrong way. If I can make it to the dolphin, then that's great, but if not, I'd rather do the stationary and whistle. Because he only needs 3 more days, and there's plenty of festivals for that. So I have noticed that the blue mist flower usually spawns over here. Like, more so than anywhere else.
Lucky.
So now this is the stationary note where you just stand still for a minute. And it's not just standing still, it's like no controller inputs. And I think it's like 1 minute of real time. But I don't think anybody's actually like actually timed it, because I feel like 1 minute would be 2 in-game hours, but that was like 1.5, I think. So yeah, definitely not gonna make it to the dolphin. I mean, I might as well if I can make it, like, most of the way there. But it looks like I'm just gonna make it to the house. I'm gonna wait so I don't overwrite the note. I feel like that could happen if you like ship something, or if you get one note while the other one's are like happening. It like won't work or something. There definitely are ways to lose notes. So I think it's tomorrow for the Full Moon Festival. So yeah, 9th, 24th, and 30th. And those are the only fall ones. So it is technically slightly faster to hold down right and R. And then mashing A makes you like boost downwards. So it's only faster if you can mash quickly enough, and if not, it's like slightly slower than just walking. But it's little tech things like that. There's also if you mash A when accelerating, you do just you do kind of a sprint, and it's like 1 pixel faster per second than walking normally. So all in all, it saves like 2 seconds over the entire run if you can do it first try every time you walk. And then the down boosting saves like, it only saves time there when you have to walk down quickly, like walk down and right or down and left quickly. And then again, it saves like 5 seconds during the entire run. But it's just kind of getting to the point where that would be useful because of how optimized this run is getting. Which I say optimized, but again, I feel like kind of time loss and time save can be random because my PB is like 6 minutes ahead of Uber out of spring, and then it's like 2 minutes behind out of summer, and then it's only a minute behind, or less than a minute behind in the end. So I don't know, it just feels kind of random, because our routes aren't that different. It's not like we're doing completely different things in spring versus summer. We're doing like... Actually no, I think he might do mining, but... It's like, it's not the route. It's more of, you just kind of like do stuff on the fly. So it's those few notes that are like Big Eater, I think I did Big Eater more throughout the run, and he did more of his at the end during 50 notes. So either way is the same speed, but it looks like I'm 2.5 minutes behind, when really I saved most of it back. So yeah, today is oh, I don't have the breadfruit. So you have to put the breadfruit in the bin after the 17th, and then the festival is on the 24th. And then at some point I have to buy an inventory full of eggs for the snowy day in winter. And that's another reason why it can be slower. Because you have to match A. You can end up picking something up. So yeah, I'll do the dolphin after this, and he might be at 2.5 hearts. So like, that's something else. Is you do the dolphin over a few days. Or he only needs 7 days. So you can literally, do him only in winter. And it's only like 20 seconds slower. But if you do with him spread out, it looks like you're losing time until you abruptly save like a minute from being done with him earlier. So it's like, even though this is a fairly optimized, like the run itself is optimized in terms of like how close timings are. But it's still like, split times are like most other Harvest Moon split times, and they're just not consistent at all. I think the only issue here is, he only likes stasis. And I think I've only given him 1 or 2 Imago / Rainbow Trouts. So this might take 8 days instead of 7. I think it actually only takes, it only takes 5. Imago Trout / or Imagos or Rainbow Trouts. But it takes like 9 days or something. I don't know, but... Okay, that's good.
Lucky.
So yeah, I think in my PB, I might have finished the dolphin in like winter. I don't know, my PB was like a year ago, and that was the last time I ran this game was like probably exactly a year ago from now, actually. So I don't know if I'm gonna be saving more time. I feel like, again, the time loss, if I'm losing time, which I think I will be, is fake time loss, from doing the dolphin early. So I'm gonna be saving, like, I should have a free 30 seconds, if not more, closer to like a minute to save and winner. So this could still very much PB.
Yeah. Lucky.
Wait, I think really the only bad thing I did in the split was leaving for a festival without the breadfruit. Like going to put the breadfruit in the thing, and I didn't have the breadfruit. So yeah, now I need a snowy day. Ideally it'll be like after the 14th, before the 19th, but if not, it's fine. It saves like a few seconds of travel time over going on a non-snowy day to put the steak in the bin. I would actually want to buy all the eggs today, though. I have to eat 50 things, so I'm just gonna do eggs. So I'll eat most of those on the snowy day, if not all of them. And then you can eat like 4 or 5 while you're waiting for midnight, or while you're waiting for 6 AM after the New Year's night. So that was a snowstorm, and not an actual snowy day. I'm just gonna take this one. So I have to chop 20 things. I already have the whistling and stationary, so I literally just have to chop 20 things and get the tilling note. Which I think in the new glitch route, you actually, you do this on Spring 1, because you don't do the snow note, I think. Yeah, I think the new route cuts out, like, everything but the rain note. Yeah, I know for sure the rain note is in, but I think it cuts out cloud and snow. And I feel like you could cut the rain too. And that would actually save a fair amount of time. Because it's roughly 5 minutes of waiting, and I forget exactly what you do. Actually, no, there's no way he cut out the weed note with tilling. No, he must have, because there's no way you could cut out 3 weather notes if you don't cut out weed and tilling, because those both take like the entire weather days. Yeah, that's the only thing is, I feel like these have to be somewhat random, because I feel like I'm always short on lumber, and I'm always running around trying to find more. Like, some are guaranteed, but I feel like you are relying somewhat on the storms in summer. Like, how the fuck am I not at 20 now? I feel like I usually hit 20 on like the little middle bridge area, and there's like a cluster of 3 or 4. I guess it's possible the wood seed works like the rest of the stuff. Or like there's a different seed for it. And it just happens to like the same seeds have like the same 3 things. Like the same few areas for some of them, but then different for the main area. I don't know why I'm taking these, even if I got 1k, the only thing I could skip would be Big Eater. I guess that would save a fair amount of time, but like, the chance of actually getting 1,000 gold from tilling the ground is like, nowhere near high enough to go for it. I feel like it should be, I should be fairly close here. Well, not really fairly close, but semi-close, I guess. Or like, I shouldn't have to do anything outside of this snow day. Actually, it's gonna be close. Yeah, it's gonna be really close. I'm gonna do like one more, because I feel like last time, I hit 100, and then got... that literally happened last time I ran this. I got it at the same time. Alright though. And that was with fairly bad, shopping. Can I not steal their steak? Alright, now it's time to see if I missed any of these, which I've literally never done before, but I feel like this would be a good first time. Alright. It's like the most impossible thing to miss, but I feel like you're guaranteed to miss it at least once, and I just haven't done it yet. So no, by saying this, I'm gonna fucking jinx myself and I'm gonna miss something, but I should be fine. This run is looking really good. I just have to put a stake in the bin on the 15th, and then I literally just have to do festivals, and not do what Uber did, and miss the all-night note. No, I think he missed limitation. He was like 2 minutes ahead of his PB, and he missed limitation like 2 or 3 times in a row. Which, like, that happens. It's an easy thing to do. It's this instinct for the last 3 days of the run to mash A to get out of the house. Fuck, I don't know if I have enough money. I think it depends. Clippers are only like 500, I think. So I did eat the herbs, and I went over by like 500 G, so I should be fine on money. So yeah, I think I have like a free 30-second time save for sure, and then probably more, because I know I did at least like 2 or 3 dolphin days. in winter, and now I'm done with it often in fall. So this could definitely PB depending on how long Big Eater takes. But I should be at least like 25 to 30 now. So this is definitely looking good. I just have to not miss any festivals. I feel like this is definitely the most, like, upbeat of the winter themes from Harvest Moon. Because 64 is just, like, straight up depressing. I like Back to Nature's, it's definitely not happy and upbeat. But 64 is just kind of like, I don't know, there's just something about it. Like SNES's is also kind of like depressing, but it does fit the it fits the kind of winter feel, so it's still really good. I definitely want to do a ton of stuff with SNES, like with running SNES. It's just that there's no good categories for it. Like, there are, but there's no, like, longer 100% style categories other than 999 Ranchmaster, which I think Geek of Trades gave up after, like, 15 hours because he was still in, like, summer of year 1. Because there's just so much you have to do, even though it's only a little over 3 years. Our next festival is on the 24th, and then 30th. I kind of want to check how much notes I have. But at the same time, I might as well just wait and see, I guess. Guess I'll check after this festival. Because I have to pause anyways, I just have to go over a few screens. I'm super nervous now that I'm going to, decline her. Like, I've never done it personally, but it has happened. I feel like I tested that and it was faster, but it definitely looks slower to mash. Also, I love how it's like a bad habit of all the Magical Melody runners to mash during these Or like during all of these festivals, even though there's no text. There's like one dialogue box for this entire festival. At the start of this, I was kind of hoping it wouldn't PB. But now I'm really wanting this to PB. Even if it's by like 20 seconds. I feel like Magical Melody will always be the only game where I'm happy with like a 5-second PB. Because it's kind of like, it's hard to actually...
Lucky.
I think this is the one where it's midnight and I'm not about to mess this up. Okay, good. 45 of 1, 2, 3, Big Eater. I do not know what my last note is. Yeah, I have no idea what my last note is. Oh, garbage can. I totally never got that. Alright. So yeah, definitely looking like this can PB. Again, depending on how long Big Eater takes and how long it takes to get the garbage note. Yeah, I guess what I was saying, this is a hard run to learn, but it's also hard to like play well and stay playing well. Like I feel like you have to have, or if you're playing poorly, it's a consistent downhill slope. Like you just keep on losing time. But if you're playing well, you keep on saving time. So it'd be nice to PB a run that's almost a minute behind now. Even though that's still in like the it's still in the playing well territory. So this is 46 notes, All Night is 47, New Year's Day is 48, and yeah, Big Eater and Big Eater and Garbage are 49, 50. I love how they literally, like... I'm pretty sure every one of these festivals is the exact same thing. other than text. It's like this, the 24th, moon viewing. I don't know, it's gonna be really close. This is like... I'll be saving like 30 seconds, which I expected.
Lucky.
Actually, I might not be. We're saving like 17 to 20. It just really depends on how long Big Eater takes. Which, like, if I don't PB this, I'm not gonna be super disappointed. I'd rather PB a run where I'm not, or where I'm more awake and where I can actually give better commentary. Oh. I was definitely holding down and mashing A there.
Lucky.
That would have been really bad because some notes carry over to outside. So if you leave the house, you'll get the note as you're leaving, like right there, halfway through. But the all-night note is not one of those, and limitation is also not one of those. Alright, last festival. I literally need to throw away like 10 things and then eat like 10 to 20 things.
Lucky.
It's gonna be really close. My PB was not at the very top. Like, I was not in front of the Goddess Pond when I got 50 notes. Must have actually got it inside of the place. So I think I'm just gonna buy... Wait, I'm gonna do Big Eater first, and then if I have anything left over, I can sell that instead of getting new stuff. Just have to not buy any medicine. This is gonna be really close. I hope I'm at like 30 or 40 now. No, I need to be saving time too, or just not breaking even. Yeah, I think this is not gonna... This will be a recorded PB though. Either way. I think my recorded any percent PB is like a 246 or something. So I can still definitely highlight this and submit it. I'm just like confused as to why I'm losing so much time. Actually no, I guess this is like... Yeah, makes sense. I mean, considering I haven't ran this, I shouldn't be disappointed because my last run was a year ago, and that was like 10 minutes behind this run, or 10 minutes behind these splits. Yeah, I definitely want to start running this more. Because it's shorter, I can have more time to run it, than something like All Photos. And this is like the only short Harvest Moon game that's not shit to run repeatedly. Or not game, but like the only short run that's not garbage to run, or garbage to grind.
Lucky.
So considering I'm like 2 minutes behind, I can definitely do a run like tomorrow and get a better run. But no, this is the only bad part about Magical Melody runs, is the 9 minutes at the end of credits, basically. But it is a good point to kind of, it's a good point to kind of talk about the run and talk about how it went. So yeah, I'm really confused as to how, so these are Uber's splits. I was 5.5 minutes, I was over 5 minutes ahead, for the milk and eggs. And then I got down to 4.5 minutes behind, and then I saved another 1.5 minutes. So that's why I kind of feel like the time save is random, because there's literally no way I could have lost 7.5 minutes when you're only doing festivals. Actually, no. He could have done rain later. Yeah, that's it. Rainy day is like 5 minutes. But still, I would have been ahead, even still with the rainy day before that. And there's like no way I would have lost almost 3 minutes, when the only thing you're doing is festivals. So I'm just really confused as to where the time loss came from. Because that's like too much for loading too. Even if loading was a lot faster with a 1000 block memory card, you're still not saving like 3 minutes. So, I don't know. I'll have to like look at his run and see if he actually skips a festival or something. But yeah, I definitely want to do more, more runs of this in the future. And at some point do all notes. Which I know Uber said he was like getting back into speedrunning soon. But he also said he was looking for a new main game. So I don't know if that means like, I'm sure he's probably done with Magical Melody, but I don't know if he's running, or if he was planning on running all notes. But it's also kind of like, back then, like 2 or 3 years ago, I just kind of assumed he wanted to take the first run. Because I was like new to the speedrunning community and didn't really understand that it really doesn't matter who takes the first run. But yeah, if he doesn't care about the first run, then I might do like an all notes run soonish. In like March maybe. But no promises, I'm already planning on doing a Harvest Moon DS 101 sprite run, and that's gonna be like 30 plus hours. So I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm doing a new beginning run too. Because that's 16 hours, and then I honestly don't see all notes going below like 25 hours. Because you need 70 days of affection with 3 different animals, and they need, like, and their festivals are in different places. They're like completely different. So the chicken is in summer, and then the cow is in spring, and then the sheep is in summer. Oh no, I think sheep's in like fall or something. So that's basically 70 days of going out individually and talking to your animal. So that alone is like 4 hours of the run. And then you have 2 more hours in raising horse affection and riding the horse for horse stars. So that's 6 hours. And then you have 40 plus days, like 40 to 50 days of affection notes, and those are at least like 2 minutes a day. And then all the other notes in the game, and you have to get married, which takes an hour. And then all the cutscenes. And that's with the inventory glitch. Without it, you'd have to actually get 100,000 gold legitimately. And you'd have to actually befriend people legitimately by... Like, some people need like 10 blue mist flowers, and some need moonstone and soda. Oh my god, and then there's the whole hustle and bustle. You have to somehow route it where you unlock people in enough time that they don't move out before fall 1. But I don't know if it's 30 days or... That's the thing, it's luckily, you have to leave the house for people to say they're leaving, but Carl, introduces himself saying he's moved in morning of fall 1st. The only thing is, I don't know if you have to actually talk to everybody to register them in the town, or if him being there automatically puts them in. So it's possible I would have to unlock people in fall, and then spring and summer are basically nothing, and then fall would be really slow and crammed, because you'd be befriending, like, everybody. And then you also have to give 24 gifts to a duck. And this is something I have to check. Apparently the Japanese 1.0 version has a glitch where you can show an animal a rock and then give them the food, and then they just eat the food like hundreds of times and get affection for it. But I haven't been able to replicate it with barn animals or wild animals, so it might be Japanese 1.1. Which luckily they have like different names. Japanese 1.0 is Poem of Happiness for World, or no, Poem of Happiness, and then 1.1, which is the US version, is Poem of Happiness for World. And I do have the original Poem of Happiness, but loading times are really slow. Alright though, 242.55. That's actually not bad. That's actually a PB by a few minutes, I think. Or at least I recorded PB. So now I get to listen to this fucking banger of a song.